Well, we are now, of course, not just for the first whitewash of the 2007 Premier League, the first whitewash in the history of the Premier League. There's never been a whitewash in the Premier League. We could be about to see one here.
So Jenkins here with a great deal of pride at stake, and Colin Lloyd, well, will he be merciless, or will he just try and play the gentleman? We'll see. But I think he'll go for it.
Yeah, why not? Why not? It's been a relaxed, confident Colin Lloyd, and you know, if only he could produce this sort of darts on a more consistent basis when it really matters. We've seen him do it. He's won 2 big world titles, the match play and the Grand Prix, so we know he is one of the best in the business.
Just wonder, you know, Stuart, it might just be in his head. If he gets a good start, it seems to lift him up. Now, you dug out the fact, well, just watch this third dart. That took a long time in this tournament for Lloyd to win the first leg in any match. Now, he won tonight, won the first 2 tonight, and it just seems to have picked him up. He seems to be developing into a much better front runner.
Well, incredibly, an 8-0 Colin Lloyd victory. The odds at the bookies were 250 to 1.
Oh, if I can get a quick quid from Mitch Bodz, will you?
Well, Jenkins here has a chance to avoid the embarrassment of the first whitewash in the tournament history. Leaves the treble 20. Well, Lloyd now to make a bit of Premier League history.
Yes, the whitewash brush is out. 90 the shot, double 15, he has 2 darts. He only needs 1, and that is the first whitewash we've seen. The bull absolutely slaughtered. Colin Lloyd showing all his own mettle and style, and that really was an eye-opening performance.
It's tungsten, where his talent is with the new darts. They've come of age tonight, Dave Lennon.
Poor old Wayne Mardle looks a bit ragged, and you have to sympathise with him. He's run into Phil Taylor, and Taylor's been in his meanest mood. There have been those who have been saying he is in decline. Well, he has been in decline. There are those that are saying that he was finished as a top-line player, but Taylor, as we have said, you should never write this man off, and he's given us such golden entertainment and talent.
Playing to his tournament average, up about 95.2 coming into this match, better than anybody else's. End average coming up will be around about 97. But the key thing is the manipulation of the lies. That's pretty average by Taylor. Remember, Manley was 73% a week ago.
And those doubles tell their own story. Mardle has really been blown away here. Hasn't hit a double, and he's missed 4.
Absolute fantastic audience. 3,000 odd people here. We've got 7,000 Scullies coming to Liverpool in a few weeks' time in April. That'll be the biggest darts match viewing audience in a whole of the modern era.
And if you've got any doubt at all about the popularity of this book, believe me, if you live locally, you know all about it. I never thought I had so many friends. My phone's been red hot looking for tickets for the past 2 weeks.
So Taylor looking to do only the 2nd ever whitewash in 3.2 years of the Premier Dart League. Lloyd to Jenkins and Ali Pally a year ago. Taylor's looking for an 8-zip. To avoid 8-zip here then, Dave.
And Mardle scrapping for respectability. Double top.
75.
What a comeback!
32.
He came back as shadow for our 2nd ever whitewash in the league. Taylor wants to land on the barrel for 8-zip, double 16. 2nd ever whitewash. 8-0 from the Blythe.
And if Phil Taylor fails to hold throw here, he will be whitewashed.
The pressure is immense now. It really is on Phil Taylor. I've been in this situation against Phil Taylor, and you're thinking, right, come on, just don't throw wayward darts, hit tons, hit 140s, 180s, don't give your opponent a chance to whitewash me. But when you're playing MVG averaging 113.79, look at the loudometer.
Well, it's the panicometer here for Phil Taylor. Look, no one wants to see great champions battered and bruised on the big stage. It's 96 in any sport, but Michael van Gerwen will be remorseless and ruthless.
Has to hit another treble. Well, 84. The second and third darts were not thrown confidently, were they? A big score here, 7-0, is likely. May go bullseye, or may go treble 15. 65.
Oh, this is a great visit.
133.
And that may be enough to avoid the whitewash. It'll certainly be enough to get him 2 darts and a double to avoid the whitewash.
Yeah, it was a magnificent shot from Phil. 16 double. 8 for tops to get his first leg on the board. That was weak. Double 10.
16.
For a whitewash, an incredible whitewash, Michael van Gerwen wants double 10. And the man who for 2 decades handed out the hammerings has been hammered. Whitewashed on the big stage, and the world champion shows who's boss.
Im Jahr, eigentlich ohne die, oder im vergangenen Jahr ohne die großen Erwartungen nach Dublin angereist, obwohl er diesen Modus Double In, Double Out so mag. Und da spielte er sich durch, schlug im Finale Michael van Gerwen, sein zweiter Major-Erfolg nach den UK Open 2012. Chisnell hat natürlich keine Mühen gegen Robert Thornton, der kaum ein Triple trifft. Average von Chisnell steht bei 100 Punkten, Doppelquote bei 60%. Gute Werte für ihn. Und jetzt geht Thornton tatsächlich auch mal runter. Wollte das Bullseye treffen, um in den Finish-Bereich zu kommen. Das sind 61 von Chizzy, 81, macht 151 Rest. Das ist ein Finish, aber natürlich ein ziemlich hohes. Wieder kein Triple. 340er Aufnahmen, 7 100er Aufnahmen. Das war's für Robert Thornton. Also 13 Triple getroffen. Mehr nicht. 97 Rest. Triple 19, Doppel 20. Auch da ist er normalerweise eine Bank. 32 Rest für Chisnell. Das sind bereits die Matchstarts für Dave Chisnell. Ja, und auch der ist drin. Grundsolide Partie von Chisnell, der wenig Druck bekam. Dafür einfach die Leistung von Robert.
Phil Taylor gets a point for sure. And be miraculous if he doesn't get 2. Robert doing his very best though to try and avoid the whitewash. A good start.
Yeah, that's the priority now for Thornton, to avoid the whitewash. Phil though, he'll want to get it done. Can he fill it up here? 5 180s for the power!
Yeah, how about a whitewash with a 9-dart leg? That would seal it pretty well, convincingly.
Yeah, cruel on Robert.
30. We all would like to see this, though. Yeah, I mean, even as cruel as it is, I want to see it. Come on, Phil. Perfect first dart. Oh, Oh! That was fairly unlucky. But let's face it, Robert deserves a little bit of luck here. Well, make the most of it now.
Well, he can't find a treble and he's 109 behind.
57.
So Phil now looking to see this job through and complete a Premier League whitewash. Has that gone in the treble 20?
135.
Yes. 2 of them. He's on a finish.
At some points in the match, you think, can he miss it? Yeah, but he did go off just a little bit there. At one point.
35.
Well, here we go for the power to become the first player of the Premier League campaign to get 10 league points on the board. Double 8 for the match and a whitewash 7-zip.
79.
He's going to be back anyway.
Yeah, and it's also sort of a chance here, Nigel, for Phil to put a little bit of pressure onto Michael van Gerwen up next to try and keep pace.
Phil, you require 8.
For the match. And Phil Taylor completes a Premier League whitewash on Robert Thornton. What a performance from the power.
Another clean kill. That makes him 6-0 up against Adrian Lewis. 111 average. Unbelievable display here from Van Gerwen.
Well, if he wins this leg, Michael van Gerwen, and completes the whitewash, it will be the 8th time it has happened in the Premier League. It will be the 3rd time he has achieved it personally. And Adrian Lewis will add his name to the Hall of Shame. Thornton, Wade, Taylor, Whitlock, Jenkins, and almost inevitably Mardle. Good evening, Wade.
59.
It's a horrible feeling, Rod, isn't it? You know, to be up there, you know, trying to stave off what for a pro player is a humiliation of a whitewash, isn't it?
It is, and it's tough when you've got someone, you know, as well as what Michael van Gerwen's done. Over the 111 average, he has not let up. His one time he was up at 120 odd. But like I said, AD all he's been having is odd darts at a double,
66.
and he's been wayward on his scoring. A lot of darts have been low. It shows frustration and fatigue. And Van Gerwen absolutely set this up perfectly. He's going to come back to the board with 3 clear darts at the double. And all AD can do is hope that Van Gerwen misses.
The chances of that are slim. And now they're none, and Michael van Gerwen completes his 3rd whitewash in the Premier League to pull 3 points clear at the top of the pile here in Birmingham. A body blow to Adrian Lewis's qualification hopes as he loses twice on the night. And that whitewash could finish off his chances of a place at the O2. But MVG goes top.
Some performance from Michael van Gerwen.
Treble 19. Tops for 6-0. Oh my word. Oh my, he's loving it. He is loving it.
7 legs for Raymond to throw first.
To avoid a whitewash. Improbable it may seem, but some of the whitewashes really have been improbable. Michael van Gerwen against Adrian Lewis.
83.
Michael van Gerwen against Phil Taylor. Michael van Gerwen against James Wade. These are not games you would say had 7-0 written over them, or written on them. This is another one.
55.
The Van Gerwen 7, Taylor 0 in 2014 was a shock off the sporting Richter scale and sent reverberations through the world of darts.
100.
We knew before that he was going to be the next world #1, but that really removed any doubt. Chisnell 7, Thornton 0, and Taylor 7, Thornton 0, both in 2016.
137.
And the last one, as Wayne mentioned, Van Gerwen 7, Lewis 0 last year. So to avoid being added to the Hall of Shame.
80.
But just to put this performance in context, Raymond van Barneveld, who's losing 6-0, is averaging 97.71. It's a brilliant standard.
In the 6 legs, Van Barneveld has had darts at double in only 2 of those. Smith has not missed any darts at double, save one at the bullseye at the back end of a 170 attempt.
58.
Pressure. I always thought pressure was just for tyres, but Michael Smith is proving that the big game that this is, and it is. It's a 4-pointer. Of that, there's no doubt.
And in and amongst the brilliance of this battering by Bully Boy, we shouldn't forget the context of the damage he's doing to Raymond van Barnevelde's leg difference and the way he's enhancing his own.
7-2 last week, defeat for Barney. Now 76 points away from a whitewash. 16. Tops now. That is a whitewash. Michael Smith, averaging 103.15, defeats Raymond van Barneveld by 7 legs to nil. Yes, you heard that right. It was a whitewash. RVB, 5-time world champ,